Video. Today, I'm going to be talking about just more tips and tricks that I've learned over my years of trading and what I have found like most beneficial. One big thing that I've realized a lot of traders, including myself, for a long time in my trading, had neglected to do was journal. I can't express enough the importance of journaling. If you're not journaling your trades, like wins and losses right now, and you're expecting to see progress, then you will still continue to really not see the progress because you're not writing it down because you can't keep track of all your thoughts and all your trades and everything in your head as easily as you can if you write them down. Like, and the importance of like writing them down versus typing them down is such a big difference because your body has muscle memory in its cells, and when you physically write them out, hand and paper, then you will remember. It'll just become muscle memory. So then when you go to enter this trade, it'll just be second nature because you'll see the patterns, and if you study your journal, that's where you'll see the patterns too. You can't just write it down and forget it and like never look back on it and reflect on it. Journaling is essential for you to go back, reflect on what you did successfully, like traded successfully, versus like where you had the least successful trades, and then learning and just studying like what you did when you entered a successful trade, right? And then copying that over and over again because that's what you're wanting to do. And then just like be like, oh, okay, there was a big swing down. We came up a little and then swung, came back down and went sideways. And then, oh, I entered on the New York Open, right? Like right here. And this morning, actually, I was kind of bummed because I went to go enter here on this New York Open at 24.82 on Ethereum, and I hesitated. And well, not really. I took too much time to enter. I spent like 30-40 minutes doing my analysis on everything, on checking the just data everywhere, like liquidations on the 12-hour, and everything was telling me to long. And then right when I typed in my long points, 24.82, enter, the size of my position and my sell loss. I was typing it in, and right when I was about to go click buy, big old candle printed out of nowhere, and I missed my entry because and then I was so mad because my risk doubled in less than a couple minutes versus like entering here and your sell loss being here. There's a lot less risk because your here to here is a lot less versus here to here was double the distance, and then it doubled my risk. So I just like decided not to enter, which was just a part of my strategy. I don't chase entries if I miss it. Yes, I could have waited for a slight pullback, but then it still became too risky. It never fully pulled back to this New York Open. Um, they did pull back to the weekly point of control, and it wasn't enough for me. And then I just watched it climb all day long. Then the meeting happened when Powell, went to go speak, and we just kind of came up, hit this true week open, and then just been consolidating. So it's not been. I don't take trades later in the day if I miss my morning entry, just because haven't had a lot more. I haven't had as much success with those. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be looking for another entry on the New York Open on a Tuesday. It'll likely be down here around 25. We'll probably come down, retest this daily VWAP, monthly VWAP, and true month. Looking to enter here. somewhere. Hopefully it remains out of this, you know, um, doesn't dip back down into this structure. If it does, I'll be looking to enter somewhere down here, 2465, the monthly low, somewhere right here at the bottom of this other wick. If we come down and sweep the liquidity under here, there's a liquidity void here at the New York Open. So we'll see. Anyways, and I'll journal that. I write down why I missed my trade. It's not that I really hesitated or that I traded wrong or did anything wrong or even lost any money or won any money. It was a neutral. It was just it was successfully. It was a win, like mentally. It was a good trade setup. Just because I didn't take it doesn't mean I didn't still win. Like it wasn't a good trade. So I'll write down, what made me want to enter here, and then like why I hesitated, and everything, just everything that had happened, like what I was feeling emotionally, and why I didn't chase the trade, etc. And then I can reflect back on those and be like, okay, New York Open, Monday morning, we were at some lows after dipping all weekend, and then it printed, right here Monday morning. So this would likely, when this happens again, let's say next Friday, we dip again and we kind of consolidate sideways most of the weekend. Then Monday morning, if we print another low like this and it opens here at the most of this weekend supply zone here, where it's a wick, got wicked up, came up, wicked up, came up. Here it was just kind of consolidating. I think we were just waiting for the New York Open. So then when it opened, everybody was thinking the same thing. And at 8:30 on the nut, it just boom, big old candle. And there was a lot of people in the chat that missed it. There were some people that did get it. So if you were one of the lucky ones that caught this long today, it was a good trade. Good for you. I'll hit the next one. No big deal. I didn't chase it. I won. I won mentally. And for the people that tried to chase it and got wrecked, I'm sorry, but you don't chase trades. That's just a rule. And yep. So that's that for Ethereum. I think, we'll probably likely run up after this retest here. It'll bounce and kind of go up and come back up here and retest 27. Somewhere up here around 27. There's some liquidity up here. And yeah, I don't see why we can't hit some all-time highs here pretty soon. It is pretty bullish. What ETH has been doing, we just pulled out of this major dip trend, got a good leg up, and now we're in this like reverse, kind of like reverse head and shoulders type situation. From the bottom, here's the shoulder, here's the head, here's another shoulder, and we boom, big old leg up. And then let's see if it kind of consolidates sideways like it does, consolidate, and then runs up. Here, had a good leg up, consolidate sideways for a few days, and then boom, leg up. So it'll likely do that here soon. We'll go boom, leg up, go to 3,200, and then sideways, boom, leg up, sideways, leg up, new all-time high, boom, boom, boom. FOMO, euphoria, etc. Who knows where we'll go? Who knows where we'll go? I started watching some of these other alts, Sui, Solana. It's basically alt season, so some of this money flow is going to be moving over from Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin can hold and consolidate here, we will see a lot of the money being shifted into these alts, and because there's just more gains for those. But Bitcoin does need to hold 100K. We really need to hold above 100K for that to still remain bullish for these alts. If not, things are going to get bloody, in my opinion, for everything in the market. But last time we had this like double top in January, December, we've seen some pretty good lows. We could see something similar where it comes up, hits 114, and then comes down, finds a higher low at like 92 something, boom, goes up, comes down, comes up, bounces, did this, bounce, It's going to come up again. Here's here, come down, print a new higher low somewhere around here, 92, kind of, and then essentially we just rip up to 140, 150 in July. And then we'll come back down probably August when the tariff news comes out. The decision for that is like August 12th. And then we'll probably just retest 100, where we originally are going to break out here. And that'll be interesting for sure. We have never broke this resistance here. We've always just bounced, came down, bounced, came down, came up, bounced, came down, bounced, came down. Same here. We've hit this, came down. We're gonna just see what happens. If we can really break out of this, there's gonna be some real euphoria, and this line is going to have a whole new meaning. But we have a divergence kind of showing here where on the daily, weekly, we hit max greed on the RSI right here and in December when Trump was elected, and then it started to show some divergence here when we came up, printed a higher high price, and then but a lower high on the RSI. So then we seen a really good correction. So then now here we came up again, printed a lower high before it rounded off, and then came back down to this moving average. But if we can get a good bounce right here before it crosses it and comes back down to here, then we should have enough fuel to push through, keep it above 100K. We'll have enough fuel. There's some liquidity here right at 100, so it'll probably just tap it, kiss it, maybe 99, just to kind of be a bear trap. In my opinion, we'll trap the bears. Because if they get trapped, that would be ideal right here. 100K. It touches this liquidity just to kind of get bears thinking we're coming down hard, and then it just, something like this where it comes down, boom, bam, and then we just change that to green because we don't want to, that would be amazing. Could go a bunch of different ways, you don't really know. But we do what we can do and predict and be as precise as we can, check multiple time frames. So that's one thing I want to talk about too. When you're trading, use different time frames. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. I try to stay off the 1 minute as much as possible. I will use the 5 minute for my entries. And it gives me the most accurate points of contact for like DPOC and DVWAP, like for retest zones and where you're going to see a lot of volume come in. But also, the time of day matters, because you can't just be like, oh, every time it touches the DVWAP, we're going to bounce or reject or whatever. Definitely want to be able to like check it on different time frames and kind of see if the narrative, the trend is like going up. This is kind of bullish, so we could come down, hit the DVWAP here, take this liquidity. Really on the 15 minute, this looks amazing where there's some bullish order block here. And it looks like 13 million and buy orders that outweigh the sell orders. And then if we can bounce, we come down, take all this liquidity void that's here, because there's a lot of people that longed here at 104.7, right? And then watched it put all their stop losses right here. So then this becomes a big void for stop losses, which eventually this could just reverse back down. And look at it go. It's pumping right now as we speak. That's cool. It'll get all this liquidity right here. And because it doesn't leave it behind. You see all these like blue boxes that were white, where it came back up took that liquidity, smacked back down, took this liquidity, came back up, smacked that liquidity, and it just does that. That's just the name of the game. It will not leave liquidity behind. Um, the market will not leave you a golden goose. You know, you could enter right here at the very bottom of this wick, it run up, and then, you know, you think, oh my God, it's going to 200K. It'll never come back down. Such a perfect position, but no, you're wrong. The market will not leave you your stop loss behind, wherever it's at, because there'll be a compile of stop losses typically right where yours is at too, because there's 1,000 other people out, or 100,000 other people out there with the same stop loss, and then that becomes a liquidity pool cluster of money for the market to turn around and come back and grab. So take profit while you're up. If you entered here and it's up here, take profit, close it all out. Take partials, take more here when you start seeing divergence where it's the market's not passing this moving average and it prints, you know, a new, it just is curling over. So you could enter, stack your short here. If you entered short here and you see it coming up, showing divergence, stack another short here. I'm not doing it right now because there's liquidity void here. It could spike up to grab liquidity since we have momentum right now. Bearish order block up here on the 105. You could easily look, sorry about that, I got an alarm. You could easily look at the BTC. I could almost bet there's, yeah, liquidity up here at 106, 133 million, 105.950. So you come over here, look at this, 105.9, yeah, 50 is the very top of that order block, which it could easily come back up, smack this. Could be tomorrow, could be tonight when you're sleeping. And yeah, sweep all that up there and then smack right back down, sweep all this new liquidity voids that it left open, and then, yeah, hopefully you took profit. So just depends on when you get in. You know, I'd try to avoid this chop, Monday chop. It was pretty rough day for the New York Open for Bitcoin. For Ethereum though, it was great. It was a great day. New York Open, boom, came up. It's been great. It was a great day for Ethereum. Bitcoin at this time of season doesn't always perform as well as alts. People want to make money in alts, so they're typically a little more bullish. Bitcoin looks like it wants to coil up. There is definitely some liquidity up here to grab at 109, 105.5. Yeah, I mean, we definitely could see a good squeeze up soon. I didn't enter anywhere down here because I was still skeptical. I'll wait for Tuesday open for Bitcoin. That's just where the entry point for Bitcoin, in my opinion, is best. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday's good for setting direction. Mondays has like a good high and low where we'll sweep. And then Thursdays is good for continuation. Wednesdays is kind of it's choppy. And then Fridays is like take profit day where there's usually big sell-offs and it just comes smacking down. People sell their positions off, want to take a good weekend and enjoy their weekend, so that's what they do. I definitely don't FOMO in on times like this where it looks like it's going to break out, blah, 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 could sweep up. I don't care. If I didn't get in down here at a good price point where it's like the true month or even the DPOC or weekly POC or the EMA on the 200, it's still, even this is like it's like a B minus trade. If you're entering here, you're entering on like FOMO because you didn't get in here, and it's just risky because this could easily reverse back down, hit your stop loss, fill all this liquidity void, and then come up because Bitcoin likes to do sketchy shit like that. Anyways, fear and greed index is in the 57, so it's kind of neutral, which is kind of bullish. I think we could squeeze back up relatively soon. I don't think there's any bearish, really strong bearish sentiment yet until we would like break 90, 92. Still pretty strong on bullish because Bitcoin's been holding 100K. But the thing is, we've been holding 100K, but it's not really exciting. It's just been kind of neutral. Last time we broke 100K, everyone was just in euphoria, and that's why we've seen so much volatility. And now we broke 100K, and it's just been kind of and we don't really know what people are kind of neutral. They're waiting for it to really break, 115, 100. You'll start seeing some good volume once we break this line. There'll be, it could wake up to 126, right back down to 100, 112, then right back up to 130, then right back down to 112, then back up to 150, all in a week. I've seen it do crazy stuff. That real big whale money, like these little candles aren't nothing. Even on the 8 hour or the 1 day, these little candles aren't nothing. They're just high time frame chop, in my opinion. And it's because we're in max indecision zone here, where it's like hold. So a lot of whales will see this and not do anything. Even if you're short, they're short from here. They're either taking some profits or partials at this point, or they're waiting for lower lows. And yeah, it just depends on what sentiment what kind of position you see the market. I'm bullish. I think Bitcoin will hold above this 100K. We might dip back into this liquidity a little bit towards like 99.5. I could almost bet we'll see some 99.5 soon, and then rip back up. We'll see some sell-offs here at 114. Yeah, just be patient. Patience is one of the most profitable skills that you could acquire. And journaling that patience, not FOMO, like, oh, it's gonna break here and rip up. It could hit like 105, 100, and then smack right back down. You'd think, oh, it's gonna go up to 106 right now in one candle. It could. One of these big go, it could just do come right up to this 105.5 and then smack down. You did overnight. The Asia session is so unpredictable. So some people love. Honestly, some of my best trades have been overnight trades in the Asia session. I'll enter on the true day, let it do its thing. So you just never know. You never know what Asia's gonna do. I also really like New York and the London session. They have some pretty good volume. The blue line here is the London session. It came up. Seen some pretty good volume on the London. See, look at that. We came up. What did I say? Instantly hit some sell orders right at 105, 180. Now watch it just fucking reverse back down. Because it just loves to do that. It loves to fake breakout people and just bam. See, like right here. Oh, we broke this wick here, right here. Broke it. Immediately flushed right back down to the true month. Like it was nothing. Look at it sell off. Big old wick. Already filling sell orders. We wick up a little bit. Not enough. Like if you entered here, your fees were only 100 points up. We went 100 points up and then it came right back down to your entry. So if you didn't instantly take profit on this, the fees will get you to go in and out. Will cost more than what you make, depending on your position size. And then it's still too risky. Oh, it might pump back up. Oh, fuck that. You need to have patience for better entries. Like it, just bigger key levels. Like these key levels here. Key levels and the true month and true day, true week, all those, so important. If you don't have those indicators, I don't know what you're trading or how you're trading. I don't know what strategy you use. You probably don't have a strategy. You probably just gamble. Go to the casino if you want to gamble, man. I'm here to give you good, legit trading advice for free. Alpha. I want leaders in my group. I want to help other people be leaders, love what they do. Otherwise, you're just gambling. I'm not here to promote gambling. I am here to promote success, and that is all. So, if that is something that you're in alignment with, then definitely subscribe and follow and like and turn the notification bell on so you get notifications every time I drop a video, and you do not want to miss my videos. I definitely share good advice. So I definitely have a lot more tips and tricks that I'll share with you guys over the days. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with my posts, posting every day if I can, every day. I got a newborn 9-month-old, and he also gets a lot of my time. So I love my family, love spending time with my family. I spend as much time with my family as I can, and try not to stare at the charts. The least time I can spend staring at the charts, the better. Um, it's just better that way. You make more money because you're letting the market come to you. Look at that liquidity down at 103. You want the market to come to you. You never want to try to force the market. Yeah, that's bright. 103.2. You never want to force the market to come to you. But on the weekly, there's some at 109. So it just depends. You got to look at different time frames. 109, there's 138 million at 109. So we could squeeze up quick. And then it'll come back down to 103. Yeah, see, there used to be a bunch of liquidity at 111, but they must have canceled it. I mean, there's still some up there, 200 mil. But the trend right now is down. You know, there's a channel. Could see 100. Best thing that Bitcoin can do is consolidate for the next week or two. For June, want to see ETH do an all-time high, man. I want to see an all-time high on ETH. Liquidity is down below. A billion. There's a billion down there in 1930. Good God. All right. I still haven't made any new trades on my breakout. Been paying patient. I would have traded this New York Open. I was ready. I was typing it in, but I missed it. Look at that. I would have had no drawdown. My sell loss was 24.72, 71. I missed it. It just went straight up. It's all right. We'll see where we're at tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a better entry tomorrow. You never know. Maybe we'll come back down, hit 24. I really wanted to come down here to 24.44. That would be cool. That would be cool. There's on the 1 hour. That's at the bottom of this bullish block. Sometimes the market loves to do that. Come down, boom, hit that block, boom, come right back up. So let's see if that's what happens. It might just continue ripping up to this. There's liquidity up here to grab, 25.80. So it could come up, smack that, then overnight Asia just dump it right back down. So we'll see. I don't know. I ain't gonna go over these other ones. I am not going over those. Too much. Just too much. One day you gotta keep checking this stuff too, because people will close their positions You know, the more closer it gets to this 106, people will just close them out. So there becomes less liquidity. They'll realize their loss right here and be like, oh God. And then the market might not quite make it all the way up here. It'll come right before it and then, you know, smack back down. So I love CoinGlass's new legend. It's actually pretty nice. See, there's some right here, 25.5. That it could come right here to 25.5 and just right back down. There's liquidity all down here. All these buys is between 103, so not as much up there. Too big a gap. There's a lot right here to grab here though. 105.5. I bet we see that by 5 o'clock. We'll see. Get my account back here soon. Got to get it up to 100K. Get back up to 100K. Pull some more payouts. My payouts have been all right on this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull it up right now, but I showed you that last time. I don't want to bore you with it. I just want to go over some tips and tricks on this one, go over some market sentiment, what I think the market's going to do this week. We just passed a new moon, going into a full moon, and there'd be some bullish sentiment for sure. Just make sure before you enter, you're 100% confident. Do not ever enter mid chop. Do not enter long. If it's at 70 RSI, 80 RSI, do not do it. Your long entries should be 30 RSI or lower, somewhere down here. This, if you're looking at ETH, you want to be down here where all these other smart buys entered, and then you want to minimize your risk as much as possible. Never be impatient. The market, there will always be another trade. Look at all this. There's 1,000 good trades here. The best one's like right here, 1787, and then bam. We all want that though. We all want that leg up, bam. But very little people probably got it. You know, the market will trick you out sideways for fucking months on end before it maximizes your pain, and then bam, all the way up. And then it'll consolidate again for a month. Bam, 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 bam. Make you think it'll do another. Oh, it's going to 3,200 right here. Faked you out. Faked you all out. Fucking slammed right back down into the bottom of the channel. Like it was nothing. Now we hit the bottom of the channel. Bam, bam, bam. Boom. Come right back up. Hit the top of this channel. 27. Probably hit 27 something, and then bam, right back down. And we'll just do that. Bam, 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 bam. Just consolidation. Brutal. Still money to be made though. If you get smart with your entries, set up nice little channels like this. Enter small risk shorts up here, small risk longs right here. Wait for either one to hit. There's supply and demand zones. This is very simple strategies. Very simple. You zoom in on the 5 minute. You could really time your entry down right where you want it. And if you can compile your strategies like ICT, supply and demand, order blocks, fair value gaps, DVWAP, trend lines, support and resistance, weekly opens, true month opens, true day opens, whatever it is, stick to your strategy. If you're good at hitting fastballs, hit your fastballs. You know, if you're not good at hitting a curveball, don't swing. Save the energy, save the capital. Do not swing at trades you are not 100,000% confident in. I promise you, you will thank me later. What's Bitcoin at now? Yep, we hit 105 and it says skirt right back down. See? What did I tell you? Didn't even hit 105, 100. They front ran it. Now they're like schmack, all the way. It's going to come all the way back down now. Take all this liquidity down here. Hit this order block again, the DPOC. It's just the name of the game, folks. So if you like this video, I already said that once, like it, share it, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, journal your fucking trades. Don't wait until after I pass my eval, I'll start journaling. No. I hear that. I've heard that 10 times this week. Oh, I'll start. I ask every new person that asks me, oh, what should I do? And I ask them immediately, do you journal? No, I'll start journaling after I pass. Like, how many? You've breached how many accounts? 3, 4, 5. Okay. You breaching because you're not sticking to it what works. And you're repeating old patterns that don't serve you, and you keep falling into the same traps because you didn't build it into muscle memory, and you fell for the same emotional traps. All this charting is just emotional traps, and if you can just take 10 minutes, write down your emotions, what you were feeling before you entered, even and during your entry. Like if you're entered, write down how you're feeling while you're in a trade. Then when you exit the trade, write down how you felt. So then you can anchor in how you're really feeling before, during, and after each trade, and then reflect on those. I think when you're bored on Sundays, Saturdays, when price is doing nada and you don't want to trade, go back on your journal and read how your week was. If you had a really good trade Tuesday, study it. Find out what you did, what the chart did to give you that good trade. You're hearing the train ding right now. Just take that as confirmation that what I'm saying is beneficial to you in your trading journey. Don't give up. Do not give up. I have been trading for a long time. Depends on your definition of long, but to me it feels like forever. I've been trading. I've learned a lot. I've experienced a lot of pain, and this is why I have these videos, because I want you to learn from my pain. I will continue to experience new pain in the future. Whatever that new pain is, I will share it with you guys so you can learn from it as well. And I will also share my wins. You will see me win. You will see me lose. I'm 100% transparent on like what I do and why I do it. And what I say today might be different than what I say tomorrow. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, and just what resonates, to take that, and what doesn't resonate, just throw it out the window. That's fine, completely fine. There's haters out there, and there's fans, right? And I'm not gonna be able to impress. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to be your friend. I am here to simply help myself, and also the people that want to hear it and want to hear me trade and my lessons. And yeah, look, it's just bam, come back down, retesting this EMA. So that would have been a great short at 105. Just a little bit, just a quick little scalp. You'd be taking it now, you know. ETH is, still consolidating. So, all right, I'm gonna be done. It's 222 where I'm at. I think that's a great time to stop. If you believe in an angel number, stuff, it's beautiful. Love you all. I'll see you next time.